Well, hello, my pickles, my snowflakes, my turtles, my no matter what club members, and my favorite, Goldilocks. I'm so glad you're here. What are these things that you're saying? I've never watched you before. What are you're just some old gray-haired hag? Well, yeah, I am eccentric old broad, but I do keto, and I've had a good run with my keto food plan, and I'm very happy because of it. So I do this little silly little keto channel, and we all can fall into the categories of being a turtle with a slow metabolism or no matter what club, because this is what we're doing, and we're doing it, and we're doing it strong. Um, Snowflakes, we're different. That's how that rolls. Turtles, snowflakes, no matter what club members, well, Goldilocks are my favorite. Goldilocks are the ones that want their coffee. They want it a certain way. They want their eggs a certain way, from a certain place, a certain size. They like their cheese. It's a certain brand. Well, you get the idea with Goldilocks. It's too hot, too right, too big, too small. Well, can anything be too big? I mean, don't we come from give it to us and give it to us big? We love our portions. Maybe you have portion distortion, where you don't weigh and measure your food with a kitchen scale. You just kind of eyeball it there, and what you think is a 4 ounce beef burger or veal burger or pork burger or something burger ends up being 8.5 ounces. But on your chronometer, it looks like you're having your 4 ounce burger. And it's like, I'm doing great. How come I'm not losing weight? Not that I've ever been there. I do weigh things when I have my burger. Yes, I do weigh it. I don't weigh my steak on Sunday. It's kind of my treat. I eat until full. It's so good. And I love my ghee, and I put ghee on the steak. I put ghee on the veggies on Sunday. Just kind of fun. And I love my ghee. I like butter too, but I love my ghee. Fourth and Heart ghee. I buy it when it's on sale because it's just spiked. It's all our fault for being keto people and buying these keto products. They can charge us more because they know we want them, right? So here we are. It's another day in keto paradise, and another video. And look at this. This is Mark's book. The man's in love with me. We've already established that. But it's about Too Mad. But it's not just about Too Mad. I have actually committed to reading it. Who knew? And so I'm still in the introduction, the forward pages. And I've got my little handy dandy hot pink. And I'm circling things. I'm circling things that matter to me to talk to you about. But this is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite phrases. I think I'm going to integrate it into a lot. It's in the introduction, and it's XV, which is 15 in Roman numerals, and the name of the little paragraph is Replacing Flawed and Dated Conventional Stupidity with Empowering New Truth. Conventional stupidity. I'm going to circle that too. I don't know, it's such an important term, because if you began keto in the last few years, that it's been like a trending sort of food plan, I'm sure that you've had to defend your choices to people that have those opinions. I could just see them sitting around the dinner table maskless a few years ago, and they all have opinions about what you are doing, even though they've never done it themselves or felt the effects. And each year that you have a meal with them, they're a little bit bigger and a little bit rounder and a little bit more heavily opinionated on your food plan and how you should do it. Oh, and they've got 3 more meds in their shoebox of meds for their chronic standard American diet diseases to go with the conventional stupidity. I'm not, I don't mean to make this a bashing video. It's just that we've been so defensive, and so that threw a lot of us underground. We don't dare talk about it in mixed company. People might see you and say, wow, you look so good. What are you doing? And they assume that you went back to Weight Watchers because that was the original place where you lost your original 15 pounds and then plateaued and then went down, meaning the scale went up. And then you waited for Weight Watchers to come out with the new and the next version of it. Although I do say that from what I've seen in this new version, some people must have gotten a clue. You know, you wish people would get a clue. It seems like maybe they got a clue. So anyway, we had to be a little bit defensive and defend our program. And then some of us just got tired of it and just stopped talking about it. And I've been successful at doing this for so long that anybody that's really in my circle, of course, I don't see anybody anymore except new familiar people in the grocery store when I do my Instacart. But they never knew me to be, 40, 50 pounds more in my life cycle of different times in my life when I weighed a lot more. So they didn't know me before. It was funny, one guy, probably the produce section where I spend a lot of time and I have to ask a lot of questions because, that a lot of people order a lot of produce and it's frequently out of stock. And so the guy says, oh, look at you, you're skinny as a rail, and look at me, and he pats his, bought and paid for belly. And it's like, I have been successful. And so at trimming, and so it's weird because I'm still an overweight person in my head. I don't know if any of you ever go through that as well. But yes, I still am the overweight person. That's what I see in the mirror. That's what I think when I'm, out there doing things. And when I get something new and it's a size that reflects, the body smaller, it's like, oh, they made a mistake with the labeling. It's so funny how we get. But, so the conventional stupidity was something that, you hear a lot about, and now you see it. And when he used that term, it just resonated with me because I used to, I don't know if any of you ever did this, but you'd encourage people, come to keto. You'll see it's, just the same way that I heard people say, come to carnivore. You'll see, you'll feel so much better. Your lab work will be incredible. And giving up all those things. And we hate veggies too. And come with us. And so, that I did, but I did miss my veggies. So now I'm back doing keto. And I do total carbs just for hit and giggles on my chronometer. And I'm usually around 35 total carbs unless there's, a starch like a potato involved, and then it might go up to 50 total carbs. But I do total carbs. I found that doing net carbs can be a very, very, very slippery place for Sarah. Yep. And Ms. Slick. And Ms. Slick is my nemesis, right here, covered up with hair. Always encouraging me to the dark side, the return to the conventional stupidity. It's like, okay, Ms. Slick will do this. Like, okay, Sarah, be stupid and go ahead and do this, because that's the conventional stupidity. And you'll get the results that you used to get, because that's how conventional stupidity wins and stays that way. And, it's not about taking another pill or getting a shot, or this is what happens when you age, or my doctor says this, or, my 3 sisters all suffer from the same thing because we come from the same family and there's no way out for any of us because it's genetic. Really? Okay. You don't want to believe that thinking. Staying true with keto is difficult in the world of conventional stupidity and normies, right? And our world is filled with normies. I don't have a keto community here. I'm not, friends with people that surround my life that are doing keto and having success and sticking with it and encouraging me face to face. It doesn't happen. It all happens here. And that's how my, YouTube channels were born. I used to do Weight Watchers, and I've got a bunch of them back there if you really want to laugh. But now, doing keto, this is the community that I turn to, the people that I've gotten to know here, the people that we've talked offline, one-on-one in emails. I put my email address below, parkersposey28@gmail. And I've developed these relationships with these people over the years where they are my community and they live in places like New Jersey, hi Kim, California, hi Vivian, hi Dupuy, and places and Miss Joyce in Kansas. You're not in Kansas anymore. Well, no, I never was in Kansas, but Miss Joyce is. And so the people that are important to me are scattered all over the United States and some in other places. And it's just great to be able to connect with them and know that we have a quite a few years in friendship. I also do accountability coaching. And so I've developed relationships through the email, sometimes phone, with these people over the years as well, too. And we've all had our versions of success here. And it's great. And it works. It works for older people when we do our keto food plan a day at a time. The results may vary. Oh, don't I sound just like a prescription ad on TV? Results may vary, but it's true. And we have to be forgiving of our metabolisms and our body because we've had decades at doing some damage to ourselves. That's the coat of arms that we wear. It's like if you start doing something like keto at age 60 or 65 like I did, you've got a lot of miles to walk out of the woods to get to a feeling of, where the results are showing and you're feeling and the lab work changes. It takes a while, but we practice the patience. And that's the good thing about getting older is that sometimes we get good wisdom and great patience because we get used to it, especially if you've lived through the pandemic. You've learned patience with so many different things like, getting your vaccine, getting testing, getting the items you need at the grocery store, not seeing your family, eating at things, crazy emotions that, 2 years ago, we never even knew that we would be eating over. But that's what this has done to us. It's like no other time. And so we continue to do our keto and stick and be true. Maybe we've gotten a little bit looser with our keto program because life is about enjoyment. So when there is that beautiful navel orange or maybe an apple or maybe blueberries, we have that. Or maybe we do try something that's been keto-fied from like a typical standard American diet and have it and enjoy it and say, wow, I like having this addition in my food plan. It's okay if you do. As long as you're getting the results that you want from what you eat and your activity level, then you're a winner. It's great. It's working. Just staying in your own lane and determining what your lane is. Does your lane allow a treat? Does your lane, when you have it, do you have any side effects that you wish you didn't have that makes you stay away from that? Even if it's a keto-fied item, forget having sugar. Sometimes we do have sugar and white flour products. We can get into trouble. We can get the message loud and clear from our bodies, and that's okay. That's the point, right? You become attuned to what your body is telling you. You know, some of us have learned to eat intuitively. Whoever knew you could do that? Some of us still rely on the kitchen scale, the bathroom scale, the mirror, and the pair of skinny jeans, right? That's how it works. So I hope you found this video helpful. And conventional stupidity, I love that term. Maybe you can comment below on conventional stupidity that you've encountered. And we will go on from here. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto, our beloved keto program. I ain't going back. Thanks for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye for now.